Look at the bottom of these glasses. Do you see what I see? But what I see on the bottom of these glasses. All right. Well, we are here today in Fogelsville, Maryland. No, Pennsylvania. We're in Fogelsville, Pennsylvania. I don't even know what day of the week it is. We're about to head in here and see what we can find to buy and flip for a profit. Here we go. All right, let's see what we can find today. I feel like it's going to be a good day. I'm going to manifest it. Look at these guys. They're fishing. That right off the bat. Mid-century modern lamp with a teak neck. There's actually two of them. That's fantastic. I'm probably going to get rid of the shades because the shades are gross. But they're $7.99 each. See, there you go. Those shades just weren't doing them justice. They look a lot nicer now. So we'll find better shades for them, or we'll just sell them like that. And it's funny, I think I've actually had this lamp before, just one. I might actually still have it. I might not have sold it. So now we have three. What are these guys? Are they some sort of toy? They're kind of weird, aren't they? Interesting. What do we have here? Those are neat. I guess they're just candle votives. They've got an interesting ripply texture to them. Could they be fire and light? Maybe. Probably not. But I think I'm going to grab them. Stick them in there. Look, we're going to buy things in twos today. Down here we have a bunch of trinket dishes. Oh, look. They've got their trinkets. Ooh, I knew that was going to fall. So these little trinkets here, they usually come with a small little trinket inside. In this case, we've got butter. Let's see if, what is this? Oh, it's a little Chinese takeout container. What do we think is going to be in here? Let's look. Oh, I can't do it one-handed. You know, I was actually going to guess chopsticks. And I would have, oh, wait, there's also a fortune cookie. We get two. That's a twofer. All right, I think we need to take these with us because those are really fun. Let's get the whole little container. This guy, he is Italian. I don't know if his name is on the back. He is made by a designer, and I don't think we're gonna be able to figure it out. I believe it's pretty Capodimonte. That's the N with the crown on it. I believe it's a Capodimonte. I've always loved this owl because he just looks, it's the face. I've found it a few times, and every single time he's so sweet. We're gonna take him. I was a little curious what else is down here. Looks like a buffalo. At least like I was gonna say half a buffalo, but this is more like a quarter of a buffalo. I can't remember who exactly makes these. I know I've had a compote before. I can't remember if it's Murano or not. I think it might be one of the companies that thinks they're Murano. I don't remember. You guys may remember when we found it at Goodwill. It was really neat. This is a $1.99 shot glass. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Very colorful. I might do a Google image search on that. We'll see if I remember. I'm going to stick it in our cart. What is this? Something else. Yikes. I wonder if that's Blinko. It's kind of crazy. Reminds me a little bit, like just of the texture. It's clear though. I don't know if I want to take it. It's like really clunky and clear. It wouldn't be fun to ship. I think I'm gonna leave it. Let's see what's over here. Looks like the squirrel napkin rings are still sticking around. In case we had any second thoughts, we now have a second opportunity to grab them.
What do you mean?
What is
I don't
this?
think that's ever gonna get
A chicken with a slice of watermelon. Oh, these are always really cute. I can't remember who makes these. They're just little pourers, but you can see they're damaged here on this. Both of them are damaged on the spout. All right, I just found the most amazing bowl on the bottom shelves. It has feathers and eggs. It's incredible, and it's made in Italy. It says hand painted in Italy, Majolica. I would love to find plates or bowls or something to go with it, but I'm putting this in my cart. Like I don't want to really think about shipping it or anything at the moment, but I'm obsessed with this. All right, I decided to come back over here and search the figurines from a different angle. That's kind of an interesting ball vase. It's like a smoky glass orb. Well, I would call it an orb. And there's no chipping around the opening either. Usually pieces like this with that like sharply polished opening will have chipping. So I don't see any stickers underneath the Goodwill sticker. I think I'll grab that for $3.99. I like the shape of it. Let's see what's in the box down here. Nordic runes. What is Nordic rune? I know you're wondering. We're about to find out. Ready? It's a plate. A Nordic rune is a plate. Only an aunt can love like a mother. Wow, that's not what I expected. Interesting. Okay, put it back in the box. What's this? That's pretty, isn't it? This one, I don't know. I don't really like as much. Also has a giant crack on the bottom. This is transfer. There's some utensil scratches. It's $3.99. It's T&V. It's interesting to me that they tried to scratch out the mark. It was intentionally scratched out. But it would be Tressman and Voigt. I don't know how to speak French. But it is Limoges. And it is pretty. Heavy gold. I think we'll take it. I am having a fine China sale on knickknacks on November 14th in the evening. So I think I might stick that in the sale. No, there's a fish. Is that Wilton ware? Probably. It's probably Wilton ware. I was reaching for the bag. I wanted to know what was in the bag. Looks like fairy garden stuff. Seems to be showing up all over the place these days. What is this? Avon. It's Avon. Timbuktu. Now that Halloween is officially over, I feel like we will take a closer look at Christmas on our trips to the Goodwill. So let's see what we've got over here in Christmas. There's just so much of it. It's a little overwhelming at times. I'm also afraid of the baggies because when the ornaments break, they can stab you. So I don't like to touch them. I'm not really seeing any vintage kitschy kitsch Christmas. That's pretty though. What is that? It's covered on the bottom. Should we attempt to peel it? I think we all probably could have guessed that that is Italian. Speaking of upcoming knickknack sales, at the end of November, we're having a huge knickknacks sponsored event for the whole marketplace, and it's going to be everything Italian. pottery, glass, all the things. So that's the end of November. And I think I need this for that sale. It's really cute. See if there's anything else lurking back there. These are kind of neat, but I think they're hobbyist pieces. Yeah, Atlantic mold. They just painted them to look like paper bags. Those are kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. I like those. So who are those? Those are dream critters. Is that what they're called? Oh, they have the sticker on the bottom. Cast. No, that doesn't tell me. Oh, Kristen. Kristen makes them, but I think there's a name for them. And I can't remember. I like them. I'm actually gonna get those. I don't normally do that. But I like the ghost one. Didn't I just say Halloween's over? I'm still gonna pick it up though. I didn't film this earlier, but I did want to show you the Kristen figurine I left behind. Where was it? Oh, maybe somebody else picked it up. Oh, no. Look. He's got a little fluff on his head. He lost his legs, though. They were amputated. Those are little woodsies. I'm kind of glad I came back over to look. Foxes. And they look almost new. Laurel might have fun playing with those. Maybe I'll take those home. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He's so cute. He just looks so sad. Like if I set him back down, I would feel it in my soul. Okay. Fine. Get in there and take a ride with the woodsies. God bless our house, 1970. This matches the set of plates I picked up the other day. I'm wondering if I should get it. Picked up like a whole set of these. Mal Mason, Germany. Looks like somebody had an $8 price tag on that. I don't know. I think we're gonna leave this. I probably do have 1970. Here's a vintage beer pitcher. I'm wondering if that's Culver. Maybe. It's $4.99. I think we'll take that. This is a cool dish on here. I'm just wondering if that's like a monkey pod wood. Maybe. I don't know. It's $9.99. It's got a bird on it. A bird, a flower, and a fish. Alright, I think I'm going to go check out the wood section because I have not been down this aisle yet. Let's see what we can find down here. Looks like some sort of display box. I'd grab that for Andrew, but it looks pretty scuffed up. What do we have down here? That is not a Lungerburger. Oh yeah, speaking of Andrew, I get a lot of questions lately asking where Andrew is. He's just like, he's just not in the videos. I don't know what else to say. He's around. Jackpot. Look at the bottom of these glasses. Do you see what I see? I don't think it's going to focus for you. But what I see on the bottom of these glasses is Tiffany and Company. And I'm talking in the plural because there's two of them. So I think I'll take these Tiffany and Company glasses with me. Yes, please, thank you. Tiffany and Company. Sweet. I'm kind of wishing that I hadn't forgotten my phone in the car because I probably would look those up and see how much they're worth. Also, the ice skates are still here in case everyone was wondering. Let's see what else we got over here. Some fancy glassware. Those ones are made in China. I was looking at these brandy snifters earlier, and I was going to look them up, and that's the moment I realized I did not have my phone on me. They're Stuart Crystal. I don't know anything about Stuart Crystal, but I think I might just take them with me. I mean, they're $1.99 each. They have to be worth more than that, so I'm just going to, on a hunch, take these. We just found the Tiffany. It's possible they were donated by the same person with like a good taste in barware. Here are some little Wade whimsies just hanging out on the shelf. Oh, don't fall, don't fall. Little Christmas Wades. Looks like they're just like hanging, literally, out on the shelves. Come here, little guy, don't you fall down. Oh, I might need, oh, there we go. I think they may have fallen out of this bag, actually.
We're going that way.
I wonder if there are any other ones in there. I don't see any. Now, I don't know for certain if they came out of that bag, so I'm not going to shove them back in there. I'm just going to leave them right here, all lined up. Crazy how many of these Avon Steins are hanging around. I remember looking these up a few years ago when they had a whole collection at, what was that, Goodwill in Reading? I used to go there all the time. I can't remember the name of it now. I used to go like every week before Laurel. Anyway, they had a collection of Avon Steins there once, and I remember looking them up, and they didn't have the highest resale value, so I didn't do much. I didn't pick them up. Santa is like cradling this baby seal. He's made in China. Wow. That's wild. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if the polar bear is trying to eat the baby seal, because I think they do eat baby seals. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have found the container of night lights. I didn't know that existed, but it does. It's right here. Look at this. Isn't this cute? A little bird lucite night light. I don't know if it works. I feel like we should find an outlet. We should find an outlet and plug it in. Maybe an outlet would be better. There's a little teddy bear. Huh. I'm gonna go find an outlet. It works. Look at that. So cute. Let's see if I can get it out of there without dropping it, because otherwise it's stuck in jail. Come here. There we go. That's cute. All right, we'll take it. So I think this is the last thing we pick up for the day. It's this little, I don't even know what this would be called, but it has all, this is old. It's got some age to it. It has all these little etched measuring marks on it and numbers. I think it's for ounces, more than likely. So, yeah, pretty cool. Ounces, right? 2, 4, 8. I don't know. We're gonna take it. It's cute. It's cool. We might use it around the shop if it's ounces, to measure how many ounces the coffee mugs hold. What is that? Now I'm checking the bottom of every single cup I can find to see if it's Tiffany. All right, so this one is Martin Neiman Marcus. I'd say somebody donated their nice crystal to Goodwill, because there's some fancy stuff hanging around. We also have these. No, those are lucite. These glasses look etched, but I don't know now. I don't think they're that good. No. Maybe? No, there's no markings. There's some beads. I would like to get back to making bracelets at some point, once life slows down. Last famous words. Alright, this is the last and final item. I'm calling it a day. It's a trinket dish, but it's got a sawtooth edge, beautiful etching, flat bottom. My guess would be check. It's really pretty. Love the clarity of it. And we're going to call it a day. Good thing I've got some paper in the car because I'm going to need it. I lied. I was walking out and I spotted this for $2.99. Okay, I'll take a glass bud vase. Why not? Okay, now I'm really leaving. All right, well, that was an exciting trip to the Goodwill. I did not expect to clean up on Crystal, but that happened. It's not on my bingo card for the day. I'm really excited about those Tiffany and Company mugs. I think those could do well. I did not look them up yet, even though I'm back in my car with my phone, but I'm sure that I put an estimated value up on the video for you. So hopefully we did pretty well on those. Now, if you'd like to purchase anything that you saw in today's video, you can find it on knickknacks.net. That is NIKNAX.net. I have committed to putting up more buy it now listings of the items that you are seeing in the videos. So if you click the link down in my YouTube description, you will be magically transported to Knickknacks, to my Knickknacks profile, where you can find some of my buy it now listings, as well as a list to my upcoming live streams. And as always, there is a schedule posted of my upcoming sales at the end of the video. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys around. See you later. See you tomorrow. Have a great night.
All right, guys, I got one more.
Cool. You got data U-size football.
That's not just any football. This was my football, autographed by Joe Cool himself. The Niners, they used to practice right down the street from where I lived at Sierra College. Every day after school, me and my buddies would walk by the fence and try and get autographs, but I never could get Joe's, until one day I saw him walking by. So I said, "Hey Joe," and I launched a football over the fence at him. He says, "Nice arm, kid. Got a pen?" So I walk over to the fence and he signs the ball for me. Then he chucks it back over, but I wasn't ready for it. I bobbled it and I dropped it right in some gum.
You dropped a pass from Joe Montana?
Anyway, years later, I met your mom at that same school. And I knew she was the one immediately, but I was broke. This was the only thing that I had that was valuable. So I took it to the local pawn shop and they gave me credit towards her ring that she's wearing right now. I never saw it again. Where did you find this?
I got it on knickknacks.net.